Hello everyone, myself Gunjan. Welcome you all on my channel GK Talk. You can find educational videos on my channel, and today I am here with social studies new topic, the struggle towards freedom. In this video, we learn about the arrival of Europeans in India, the establishment of British Empire in India, the rising discontent among the Indians and the revolt of 1857. But before starting the chapter, actually I want to clear some concepts relating to the meaning of freedom struggle. A freedom struggle is or movement is any organized effort within a society to promote or to attain independence based on social, political, economic, religious or other ideological grounds. The term freedom movement may refer to civil right movement also in United States. And how was the Indian freedom struggle unique? Addressing to the audience on the philosophy of Indian freedom struggle, Sri Naidu said that many countries fought for their freedom and became independent. But the Indian freedom movement was unique in the sense that it showed to the world the power of non-violence and democratic principles. So let's start it. In ancient times, India was famous for its spices, cotton, textiles, jewelry and pearls. Indian goods were in great demand all over the world, especially in Europe. India had been carrying on trade with Rome and Greece for centuries. The Arabs were among the first to come to India for trade. Later the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British and the French followed. They fought among themselves to control trade. Portuguese were the first to reach India. Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese sailor, reached Calicut by the Cape of Good Hope in 1498. He got permission from the ruler of Calicut to carry on trade within India. Gradually, the Portuguese established political power over areas like Calicut, Goa, Daman and Diu. Later on, traders from Holland, Dutch, France, French and English were also attracted towards India. They fought among themselves. The English related to England's. The English were victorious. After some years, they not only controlled the trade through a company called the East India Company, which was formed by some merchants of London in the year of 1000, but also ruled over India. The company bought goods from India at cheap rates and sold them abroad at high prices. As a result, the company earned large profits. The company established factories in various Indian towns. To show that they were protecting these factories, a number of forts and armies were maintained by the British. Around 250 years ago, the Mughal Empire in India had started declining. Several regional kingdoms emerged. The British took advantage of the constant fighting between them and started gaining control over the India. Thank you guys. We'll continue this chapter in my next video.